5. Night habits to lower blood sugar fast and fight diabetes. Naturally. Have you ever woken up in the morning, opened your eyes, and the first thing you see is your blood sugar monitor showing a high number, even though you barely ate anything the night before, or maybe you even skipped your late night snack completely? That feeling can be really discouraging, right? A lot of people blame the meal or say their medication isn't strong enough. But here's the truth. Morning blood sugar isn't just about what we eat. It's also about how we live before going to bed. After years of observing and talking with people who are battling diabetes, we realize something important. The simple habits we have just a few hours before sleep are actually the key to lowering blood sugar fast in the most natural way. No expensive methods, no complicated routines, just a few small changes in the evening, and the whole body responds differently the next morning. And right now, we're going to walk through 5 night habits for diabetics that have helped so many people over 50 take back control and, more importantly, take back their hope. But before we dive into the good stuff, if you're still watching this, I know you truly care about your health or the health of someone you love. So let me give you a quick but important reminder. If you haven't hit the subscribe button yet and turned on the notification bell, please do it now. Because every week we share simple but powerful health tips made specifically for people over 50. And I don't want you to miss them. All right, let's get started with habit number 1, the foundation that decides whether we can truly control our blood sugar or not. 1. Go to bed early and get enough sleep. It's even more powerful than medicine. A lot of people believe that as long as they eat carefully or take their medication on time, their blood sugar will stay stable. But the truth is, if we're not sleeping well, everything else becomes almost useless. Scientists have found that just one night of poor sleep can spike blood sugar as if you had just eaten a whole plate of sugary desserts. Sleep isn't just rest. It's the time when our body repairs, regenerates cells, and resets our blood sugar hormones. When we sleep enough and sleep at the right time, our body becomes more sensitive to insulin, helping us lower blood sugar naturally without needing extra medication. According to the CDC, adults who sleep 7 to 9 hours per night actually manage their blood sugar better than people who exercise regularly but don't sleep enough. Sounds unbelievable, right? But think about it on the nights you hardly slept. Didn't you feel exhausted the next day? Craving sweets, and your glucose reading was suddenly higher than usual. The solution doesn't have to be complicated. Just go to bed 30 minutes earlier, turn off your phone, reduce blue light, and allow your body to produce melatonin, the hormone that helps you sleep deeper and lower blood sugar naturally. And most importantly, stick to a regular bedtime. A stable internal clock means less cravings, less anxiety, and much steadier morning blood sugar. If sleep is the weapon that stabilizes blood sugar, then relaxation is the key that activates that weapon. Many people say, I lie down, but I can't fall asleep. My mind keeps racing. The problem isn't that you can't sleep, it's that your body hasn't been allowed to relax yet. 2. Relax your mind. Lower cortisol to prevent nighttime sugar spikes. Our body produces a hormone called cortisol, also known as the stress hormone. Whenever we feel worried, angry, or overwhelmed, or even when we're just lying in bed overthinking, the body interprets it as, uh-oh, danger is coming. And what happens next? The liver immediately releases glucose into the bloodstream to give us energy to escape. In other words, even if we don't eat anything before bed, our blood sugar can still rise simply because we were stressed or thinking too much. This effect becomes even stronger after age 50. Studies show that as we get older, our adrenal glands, the organs that produce cortisol, react more intensely to stress. That means 2 people facing the same problem, a younger person might only feel slightly worried, while an older adult experiences a much stronger biological response, making nighttime blood sugar harder to control. The good news, we can switch off cortisol in just a few minutes before bedtime. Research from Mayo Clinic shows that simply 5 minutes of deep breathing or writing down 3 things you're grateful for can lower morning blood sugar by 10 to 15%. Here's how to do it. Breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 2, Exhale through your mouth for 6 seconds. Repeat 5 times. Or write down one thing that made you smile today. Maybe it was a good meal, a quick phone call from your grandchild, or simply today I drank enough water. Drank. It may sound small, but the brain only needs one gentle positive signal to understand everything is safe, no need to stay on high alert. And when cortisol goes down, blood sugar naturally follows. Now that we've got a calm mind and a proper bedtime, there's still one silent culprit. We need to watch out for those sweet or starchy snacks after dinner. Habit 3. Say no to late-night sugar if you want steady blood sugar, and deep sleep. Let's be honest, one of the sneakiest reasons our blood sugar keeps rising at night isn't always the big meals. It's those little harmless snacks we eat before bed. You know what I mean? It's just one cookie, it's fine, or I'll just have a few slices of fruit so my mouth isn't bored. But for those of us dealing with the type 2 diabetes or trying to control blood sugar, naturally, nighttime is not the right time to load up on sugar or carbs. Why? Because at night, our bodies slow down. We're not moving. We're not burning energy like we do during the day. So all that sugar from carbohydrates doesn't get used. It doesn't turn into energy. It simply stays in the bloodstream, causing blood sugar to spike even while we're sleeping. And then what happens? We toss and turn. Our heart pounds faster. We wake up in the middle of the night and don't even know why. Then morning comes, dry mouth, foggy head, and it feels like we fought a battle instead of resting. But hey, this doesn't mean we have to go to bed hungry and miserable. It's perfectly normal to want a little something before sleep. The key isn't avoiding food, it's choosing the right kind. Instead of cookies, ripe fruit, or a sugary cup of milk, try unsweetened. Greek yogurt, a boiled egg, or even a few walnuts or almonds. These calm the cravings without forcing the liver to panic and dump more glucose into the blood. Remember, this nighttime is when the body is supposed to heal, not work overtime because of sugar. So if we want deep sleep and better morning blood sugar, then saying goodbye to sugary snacks after dinner is one of the smartest moves we can make. And if you're nodding your head right now, just wait until habit 4, because one simple glass of water before bed can lower blood sugar faster than many medications. Want to hear it? Type continue. Habit 4. Drink water the right way before bed to keep blood sugar stable all night. There's something most of us don't realize: our bodies lose water even while we sleep. We may not be sweating or moving, but simply through breathing and metabolism, a small amount of water leaves the body. And when that happens, the blood becomes thicker and thicker. Blood means higher blood sugar, even if we haven't eaten anything since dinner. The tricky part is that people over 50 often don't feel thirst as clearly anymore. So we think we're fine, but inside the liver and kidneys are working overtime during the night just because the body is slightly dehydrated. You may not have heard this before, but a study published in the European Journal of Nutrition found that drinking a small, proper amount of water before bed can improve insulin sensitivity and lower morning blood sugar naturally without medication. Sounds simple, right? But the effect is stronger than most people expect. So how should we do it? No need to chug a whole bottle. Just a small warm glass of water, about 150 to 200 ml, around 30 minutes before bed is enough to support the body without making you wake up at night to use the bathroom. And if your stomach is okay with it, you can even add a thin slice of lemon or a teaspoon of organic apple cider vinegar to help regulate glucose more gently. Just imagine, while our bodies are resting at night, every cell is silently thanking us for giving it enough hydration to work smoothly without stress. And in the morning, we wake up lighter, clearer, and with better blood sugar levels. It's just one small glass of warm water, but it can be the difference between a restless night and a healing one. If you feel like this is a habit you can commit to, type water in the comments so we can all do it together. And now let's move on to habit 5, a simple 10-minute trick that lowers blood sugar faster than most people think. Ready? Habit 5. Light movement after dinner, just 10 minutes. But it can change your whole night's sleep and your blood sugar the next morning. Most people think this is the smallest habit, but honestly, it's more powerful than medicine. After dinner, we usually sit and watch TV, lie down right away, or worse, Stay frozen on the couch for 2 to 3 hours until bedtime. But the latest studies show that just standing up and moving gently for 10 minutes can already make a noticeable difference in your blood sugar. The reason is simple. Your muscles are the strongest sugar-burning machines in your body. When you walk slowly around the house, climb a few stairs, or even just stand up to stretch your shoulders, twist your waist, and take deep breaths, your muscles start pulling glucose from your blood to create energy. That means the sugar doesn't just sit there in your bloodstream anymore. A 2022 study even came to a shocking conclusion. Some people with type 2 diabetes lowered their blood sugar more effectively by walking 10 minutes after eating than by taking metformin. Now, I'm not saying you should stop your medication, absolutely not, but clearly the body can regulate itself naturally if we support it at the right time. And don't worry, you don't need intense workouts and you don't need to sweat. If you start lifting weights or doing heavy exercise right before bed, your sugar might even go up temporarily because your body gets overstimulated. All we need is light but consistent movement. Walk slowly around your living room, breathe deeply while moving, or put on your favorite music and sway gently to the rhythm. Think of it as 10 minutes of blood sugar cleanup before bed, just like washing your face or brushing your teeth. A little movement to tell your body, hey, we're still active. Let's use up the remaining sugar before we go into rest mode. If you keep doing this, you'll notice that you sleep deeper, wake up less during the night, and your morning blood sugar levels become much more stable. It's not magic, it's just how the body responds when we treat it right. If you believe you can spare 10 minutes every night to protect your own health, type 10 minutes in the comments. And if you want, I can even send you a few super simple exercises you can do right in your living room. No equipment needed. A lot of us still think that blood sugar only rises because of what we eat during the day. But actually, the most dangerous time is at night when we're asleep. Many people wake up with high blood sugar even though they barely ate anything the night before. And that feeling is scary, isn't it? The good news is we can control it just by building a few simple habits before bedtime. Take Susan, 65, from California. She used to wake up in the middle of the night feeling thirsty and with a racing heartbeat, clearer signs of high blood sugar. But after she started one simple habit, drinking enough water before bed, her blood sugar stayed stable through the night. And for the first time in years, she slept straight till morning without being disturbed by diabetes. Or Michael, 70, from Ohio. He used to wake up at 3 a.m. every night to take medicine because his blood sugar would suddenly spike. But after just 1 week of applying the 5 evening habits I mentioned earlier, he didn't need any extra nighttime medication at all. His blood sugar naturally dropped to a safe level, and he said, I slept like I was 30 again. You know, there's one thing many of us, especially after 50, tend to believe, that once our bodies start to wear out, there's nothing we can do to change it. But that's simply not true. We can stay healthy. We can control our blood sugar, blood pressure, and weight as long as we choose the right habits, especially before going to bed. A quick wrap-up. If you're looking for a way to lower your blood sugar fast without relying on more medication, then maybe the answer doesn't start at the pharmacy. Maybe it simply starts right in your bedroom with the small habits we just talked about. Because sometimes the body doesn't need more pills. It just needs to be treated gently and correctly. We've all had enough stress, enough worries from waking up with high blood sugar over and over again. So why not give ourselves a fresh chance starting tonight? Out of the 5 bedtime habits we discussed, which one will you try first tonight? Drop it in the comments, just type the name of the habit. Who knows, your answer might inspire someone else who's struggling with the same problem every night. And if today's video was helpful, don't forget to hit subscribe and tap the little bell. We've got plenty more natural health tips coming your way so that every morning when we wake up, we're not just living, but living strong and living happy. See you in the next video.